I will invite Salman Ali sir, who's the CEO of VRG, to make us wise with his words of wisdom.
Thank you, Uma. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to everyone, and especially to our chief guest. AMA scheme. 4 years, hard work, lots of ups and downs. The major thing I must say about only this scheme, that this scheme is being launched with the collaboration of all the banks and all the telcos. Good. But what we have achieved, before going to this, what we have achieved, let me tell you that I'm a very fond of soccer player of soccer. So there's a player called Pele. He says, success is not accident. There's no accident like success. You have to do hard work. You have to do sacrifices, compromises. And by the hands of this, you have to achieve something which is long-lasting and which is always be with you. So here it is, that is AMA scheme. So let me show you that what we have achieved, as in telcos, with the banks and with VRG, what we have achieved till now from the AMA scheme. A very quick one. For the first time in Pakistan and in Asia, we have implemented a many-to-many model where we have all the telecom operators and all the all the financial institutions as well. Just think about this implementation, that any person using any SIM can open up any account in any bank with just within 1 second, within 1 minute. My major thing is to say that you guys have done it, not VRG. We all together have done it. And this has been recognized by the World Economic Forum and also by Queen Maxima in the World Economic Forum during her speech. Right now, this model is under evaluation in different developing countries. And these developing countries are also contacting VRG to have this implementation done in different parts of the world. So this is, I'm telling you that this is all you guys have done. So let's move on some quick stats that what we have achieved up till now. This is very interesting, by the way. The next slide, please. Wow. So by 31st July, we are able to secure some good amounts of numbers. Obviously, there are some good players. There are some players who are catching up. But let me tell you one thing, that is, I personally want to thank you, some people over some institutions who actually handhold me when we have started this journey 4 years back. Thanks to Jazz, thanks to HBL, thanks to UBL and Bengal Fala, that these people, these institutions came to us and handhold us and take this thing forward, like from the POCs to get these things up and running and make this thing possible so that others can attract and come over and join this show. So I'm really thankful to the people. Amir, thank you very much. Abrar Saab, thank you very much. Like Adnan, thank you very much for this. Nasir Saab. Moving towards, we have another slide, that is the next one, and that is the account linked. This means a person can already, their existing account can be linked. So again, we have seen a very good number by these players, and other players are catching up. A very significant figure, at least for the VRG as a starting company in this arena, that is like we've been live since last, you can say, hardly a year on this project. So we have achieved nearly 41 billion landmark on the financial transactions number. So this is again something which we have achieved with your collaborations. We have, the next slide please, we have a very important thing, that out of the how many transactions is been taking place, we have nearly around on an average 30% financial transactions taking place, which is very good number with respect to the branchless banking industry. We have the gurus here from the branchless banking industry who knows these stats very well. But let me show you a very interesting thing now, and that is the analytics. Up till now, this AMA scheme, like we have nearly around 4.5 million accounts, and out of these 4.5 million accounts, as we speak today, 32% accounts are the women accounts, which has never been done in Pakistan earlier. So this is something which we have achieved through this scheme. But if you can see these stats, like we have a very, very good things coming up from KPK as well. If you see the numbers in the KPK, that is in the percentages, it is a very good number which is coming from the KPK, and especially from the women's side. Next slide, please. As a countrywide transaction gender-based distribution, you can see we have a very good number in the female and in the males as well. So the main point is that this scheme is being adopted by that Aadmi, that person who's sitting at home and using this scheme without going to any bank branch or any agent as well. And these are the numbers which clearly shows that these are the percentages from those, in fact, provinces. And especially if you see there is some traction in the Balochistan as well. So these are the areas which we need to, take care of. Another slide with respect to the province-wide distribution, we have, if you can see, transaction by females. Now these transaction numbers, especially from the KPK and Balochistan, are quite good. We are collecting this data, but let me tell you, this is the last slide I want to show you guys. The next slide, please. The accounts has been opened, and again, these are just link accounts. These are just open, fresh accounts. If you can see these accounts have been open, and like female account percentages are 49.3%. This dropped down because when we link the account and take the whole total, then it's dropped down to 32%. But let's see that these are the numbers which we have achieved, which never been achieved from any scheme initially. I just want to say a few words about this scheme. Like, we have started this scheme, now we all have to say that this scheme has been launched, but this is just a start, it's not the end. We have to build multiple use cases. We have to build some interesting use cases like instant credit, like micro insurances, like micro retail payments. And above them all, we have to increase touch points for those people and for that we have to work on agent interoperability to increase the touch point, which actually benefits the BISP and the SARS program as well. We are already in talks with those entities and we need your collaborations. Last but not the least, I personally say that this scheme is our success, yes. I do believe that this is our success. But yes, all the decision makers are here, but what about the executors? What about the team who actually executes it? So the teams who actually worked on it, who actually developed this thing, who actually make it operational on the institutional side, on the VRG side, I want to congratulate all the people over there, right? Thank you very much for growing this thing for us. And before leaving this ashram, let me share with you some of my personal feelings today. This ashram needs to be shared. This ashram needs to be shared today. And the person who actually the main brain behind, the technical brain behind this whole scheme, who is actually running this show, who is actually creating all the products, whenever I just call him and say, this is my business requirement, and ho jayega, yes, ho jayega. And that person is right now missing in this arena. So, Mr. Alisha Asani, you are equally, welcome, and you're equally missed here. And because of you, we have made this agreement. Thank you very much, guys.